The state has made progress in reducing its prison population to a level ordered by the courts. Now, counties and local jails must pick up the slack. The theory behind realignment is that local government can do a better job rehabilitating certain offenders. But in some counties, jails are filling up, and local officials are worried.
We have helped solve the state's overcrowding problem. However, it's not solving our own problems here yet.
The population of Fresno's jail has shot up by 30% under realignment, one of the highest increases in the state. And it's a more dangerous place, says Sergeant Terry Barnes.
We've had a lot of violence lately. Sometimes we have some very unpredictable people. They're trying to adjust to staying in a jail over a prison. They don't have the same freedoms that they've had.
The jail's only outdoor space is a series of large cages built on the roof. As these inmates exercise in sweltering heat, we ask them whether they're happier serving time in jail closer to home.
Some of you guys are here, you would have gone to prison, but you're in jail instead, right?
Yeah.
And what would you prefer?
I would prefer to go to prison. There's no programs here. There's no school, there's no education, there's no jobs. I mean, we go to yard. This yard is once a week, every Monday for an hour. That's it.
Many county jails have limited facilities because they were designed for short stays. Fresno's jail even faces a class action lawsuit alleging poor medical care. Still, some lower-level offenders are getting long sentences, only now they have to serve them at the county jail. This inmate will spend 5 years locked in the oldest part of Fresno's jail. Amy Granados has done time before, but in state prisons. She says that was pretty easy.
It's better medical. We have more space to, roam around. It's like you can have a life there that you can't really have here, but then again, being here is kind of like the worst thing, so it's almost like a blessing in disguise. I won't want to come back here,
With its jails at capacity, Fresno is spending $4 million on additional space. That's nearly half the realignment money the county received from the state. But until the new beds are ready, the Sheriff's Department is releasing some felons back to the streets.
May I go to Nancy on elevator number 2? Who's clear? 10-4.
Making a decision on who to keep in jail is an everyday, every-hour decision at the Fresno County Jail. Right now, it's based on what the current charge is. And of course, the most violent don't get released. The murderers, the robbers, the carjackers, they do not get released.
This guy, he has 6 felony warrants that are confirmed. He's a suspect in a burglary up at Hume Lake.
Still, Mim says there has been an uptick in property crime in the last few months, and she's wondering if it's due to realignment. On a recent Saturday night, her deputies prepare to make an arrest.
Give me your hands! Primary contact! Get on your knees! On your knees! Everybody else in your house? Come on! Everybody else in your house?
The suspect has a long rap sheet, mostly for stealing cars. But Deputy Chris Curtis worries the man won't be locked up for long, if at all.
It's considered not a violent crime, so they're eligible for release if there's no room at the inn. And a lot of times there is not. Because if he gets out again on these warrants, good chance he'll be stealing cars and we'll be chasing him more and more, and he'll be crashing cars to get away from us again. So
He'll do it all again.
Yeah, right.
Repeat offenders fueled the state prison crisis. Now counties are being asked to do what the state couldn't do, keep felons from committing new crimes and going back to lockup. Some counties, like San Francisco, are testing new approaches. San Francisco is sending its probation officers into state prisons. They meet with inmates before they're even released as part of an ambitious reentry program.
Thank you. You're Mr. Tiger?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'm Sarah Wanzer. I'm here from San Francisco Adult Probation.
Sean Tiger is finishing up his 4th term for drug charges. In the past, state parole agents monitored Tiger, but under realignment, it's different. His most recent conviction is considered nonviolent, so his fate is now in the hands of local government.
How many of your friends or acquaintances are taking illegal drugs regularly? None, few, half, most?
Most.
Okay. What kind of drugs?
Marijuana.
Officer Wanzer is assessing what programs are available to help Sean Tiger stay out of trouble.
Do you think your current or past legal problems are because of alcohol or drug use?
No, I would say greed.
Okay, so you were more selling.
Yeah.
Okay.
We caught up with Sean Tiger on the day of his release from state prison.
How does it feel to be out of San Quentin?
Fantastic. It's beautiful. I I'm free. That's all I ever wanted, was to be free.
Tiger is here to meet with his probation officer. His top priority now is to get a job.
Mr. Tiger, come on back.
San Francisco is investing most of its state realignment money in services like drug treatment, housing, job training, and life skills counseling.
You can just come on in and have a seat right there. Yes.
After a half-hour interview, Officer Wanzer has lined up a busy schedule for Tiger.
Okay, so that's all set up for you. Here is Goodwill.
His next step will be meeting with a career counselor.
Okay, got it, ready to go.
Okay, all right, great.
Okay.
The probation department is using realignment money to help fund programs like this one at Goodwill Industries.
So right now I'm going to help you with the clothing voucher. For the mock interview that goes on within that week, that's the suit that I'm going to have you get with these $30.
Okay.
Okay? And then for Sean Tigers, there goes your token.
Tiger also gets bus fare to help him get to his classes. As he picks out clothes for potential job interviews, Tiger begins to think that San Francisco's approach might actually make a difference for him.
Small. I was very, very skeptical. It was, I was just like, well, okay, let me just sign this and get it over with, and then I get out, I'll be on probation. But once I got out, and Ms. Wasser started sending me to Goodwill and all these programs and all these things I was doing, I was like, okay, this is definitely better than being on parole. They're not giving you, the blow off or nothing like that. They are literally giving you tools to better yourself.
San Francisco is betting that its investments in former inmates like Sean Tiger will pay off. Unlike Fresno, San Francisco's jail population has fallen slightly, says Probation Chief Wendy Still.
Our job is about protecting the public, and our strategies are doing that. So we're proving that we're not being soft on crime, we're proving that we're being smart on crime.